What K-pop idols really say about Jungkook will surprise you. Most fans know Jungkook as the Golden Maknae of BTS, the performer who seems to do everything perfectly. But what many fans don't realize is that inside the K-pop industry, Jungkook has quietly earned another title, one that idols themselves often mention with respect. The idol of idols, for example, in an interview with Teen Vogue, Jungwon from ENHYPEN said Jungkook became his role model because he was good at everything. While during a livestream, Bang Chan from Stray Kids admitted he is a very, very big fan of Jungkook, and in another interview, Taeyeon from TXT revealed he studied Jungkook's vocals to improve his own singing. And when artists who train for years admire someone like that, you start to realize something important. Jungkook didn't just impress fans, he quietly inspired an entire generation of idols. Across different companies, different generations, and different styles of music, many artists have admitted something surprising. When they watch Jungkook perform, they don't just see a superstar, they see the standard they're trying to reach. Jungkook isn't just someone they admire from a distance. He's someone they actually study. For example, Taeyeon from TXT once revealed that when he wanted to understand vocals better, he carefully watched Jungkook's performances, analyzing how he controls his breathing, how he delivers emotions, and how he maintains stability even during intense choreography. Taeyeon described Jungkook's voice as unique and almost impossible to copy. And when another vocalist says that, it's not just praise, it's professional respect. Then there are idols who openly say Jungkook became their role model, like Jungwon from ENHYPEN, who once explained that the reason he looks up to Jungkook isn't just because he sings well or dances well, but because he does everything well. Jungwon said what impressed him the most was Jungkook's stage presence. Even when he looks relaxed, even when he seems completely calm, you can still feel his power reaching the audience, and that balance between ease and intensity is something performers spend years trying to master. Sometimes the admiration becomes even more obvious. During a live stream, Bang Chan from Stray Kids smiled when someone mentioned Jungkook. Then he admitted something that immediately caught fans' attention. He said he was a very, very big fan of Jungkook, not just of BTS as a group, but specifically of Jungkook as an artist. Bang Chan even shared that, listening to Jungkook's song, Euphoria gave him motivation during difficult moments while working on music. And when one hard-working artist finds strength in another artist's work, that kind of respect is always genuine. So what exactly makes Jungkook stand out to other idols? After all, K-pop is full of talented performers. But many people inside the industry often mention one thing when they talk about him: his discipline. Stories from staff and fellow performers frequently describe how Jungkook continues practicing long after rehearsals officially end, repeating the same choreography again and again, fixing small details that most viewers might never even notice. And in an industry where everyone works incredibly hard, that extra level of dedication is something other idols immediately recognize. Over time, this reputation quietly spread throughout the industry. Idols from newer generations began mentioning Jungkook more and more during interviews, not because they were asked to, but because his influence had become impossible to ignore. Too many young artists, he represents the complete idol: strong vocals, powerful dance skills, magnetic stage presence, and a humility that never seems to disappear even after global fame. And in an industry where balance like that is extremely rare, Jungkook became the kind of performer people naturally look up to. But perhaps the most surprising thing isn't how talented Jungkook is, it's how other idols describe him as a person. Many artists have said that despite his worldwide success, he still behaves like someone who is constantly learning, constantly improving, still practicing as if he hasn't reached the top yet. And that mindset is what impresses people the most, because every performer knows how easy it is to become comfortable after success. But Jungkook never seemed to slow down, and that quiet determination earned admiration across the entire industry. So when people call Jungkook the idol of idols, it's not just a phrase created by fans. It's something that grew naturally through years of respect inside the industry itself. From rookies studying his performances, to fellow artists finding motivation in his music, Jungkook didn't just become one of the biggest stars in the world. He became a standard that many performers measured themselves against. And maybe that's the real reason his influence keeps growing. Because even today, after everything he has achieved, Jungkook still works like someone who is still chasing his dream.